always maintained that we are not worried about the real level of rupee. We want to trim the volatility out. Can you define volatility for us? Because each time press has asked you a question on rupee, you said, look, we are here to make the rupee stable, not volatile. What is your definition of volatility? Nobody's asked you this question before, so I'm tempted to ask you this.
No, I will come to that. But before that, let me also supplement, just by, let me also slightly, I would like to slightly supplement my previous answer. So with all this, I mentioned, about sort of current account deficit. I mentioned about inflation coming under control over a 2-year cycle. But then there's no room for complacency. I said this earlier. We are very watchful. We monitor each and every small incoming data. And given the kind of uncertainties which prevail, we have to remain watchful, and there cannot be a let up in that. So I just want to qualify.
You're on the front foot, sir. We understand that.
I just want to say that it's not as if, the war is over. The war in Europe is very much on. COVID has not ended. Even the United States is reporting more than 1 lakh cases per day. So we have to remain watchful. Now, coming to what is our definition of volatility, many things are not possible to define in the classical terms, but it's a concept. Volatility means wild movements. We try to prevent volatility, check volatility in both directions, when the rupee is appreciating and when the rupee is depreciating. Now, in the last 2 years, there was considerable amount of inflows, forex inflows coming into India. Now, we did not allow we sort of started accumulating reserves at that time, because we knew that the cycle will turn and there will be a time when there will be an outflow of dollars. We have seen it in the past. So we have learned from past experience. So when the inflows were strong, we started picking up the dollars to build up our buffers. That was the first objective. The second objective is that we know that the wheel will turn. So therefore, if you let the rupee appreciate so much, then the wheel turns, then the fall will be very steep. So therefore, we like a more orderly evolution of the rupee exchange rate in both directions, when it is appreciating as well as when it is depreciating, basically to check the volatility, to check wild movements within a very short period. It should be a gradual movement.
But Governor, to do any inflation forecasting without a rupee level in mind is always going to be tough. So Reserve Bank of India will have to work with a band which they feel is the right band for rupee.
You see, we do factor in, in any case, the eventual exchange rate of the rupee vis-a-vis the dollar, it's a function of the market. And we do analyze that, how the rupee is going to, how the exchange rate is going to evolve during the current year, in the next 6 months and in the next 1 year. And in the monetary policy report, which we bring out twice a year, we do give out that number, the level at, what is our assessment, at what rate rupee to a dollar, what is the rate we have assumed for our calculations. So we give it out once in 6 months, and there is a reason for that also. Because if you give out rates every time, then sometimes, it can create very distorted expectations in the market also.
Governor,